Hi, good morning, everyone. Good morning from Ian Global. Welcome to another live session. We usually host this live session to pass message to to our students directly from the university. We have our special guest, MS Wilma. She will be representing University of Plymouth. So if you have any questions, you can ask the questions. We have a question and answer session as well. Welcome. Hi, Wilma. How are you? Anyway.
I'm great, thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Okay, it's nice to see you. So we'll briefly start our session, but before we start, just a little bit background for Ian Global. Those of you who don't really know, so we are based in Bangladesh at Dhaka, Dhanmondi. We have two other branches in Sylhet. We also have global presence. We have a global branch in Nigeria, Pakistan, UAE, and we have an office in UK as well. So if you have any questions, we can help you. Will help you with those queries from anywhere of these branches. Yeah, we'll start with asking question. If you can explain where the university located, please.
Sure. So the University of Plymouth is actually a public research university based in the city of Plymouth, which is a port city. So it is roughly around, say, 3 to 3.5 hours from London to the southwest. It's located in one of the most beautiful scenic areas in the UK. So students really enjoy living in Plymouth as well. If by train or by bus, it should take about 3 to 4 hours, and it's a medium-sized city, so and it's a relatively busy city as well, and the university itself is based in the city center, so it's a very vital part of the city, and students love living in the city center. So I think our location is one of our plus points, definitely.
Okay, okay. And what about the how old is the university? Is it very old or
Yes,
like?
so surprisingly, University of Plymouth goes back to the 1800s. We started off as a school of navigation, again, thanks to our location. And over the years, obviously, gradually developed into a polytechnic institute, an institute of medicine and dentistry. And finally, in 1992, we gained university status. And over the years, the university has grown not only in size, but also in stature, in rankings. It is truly a world leading institution now because we're offering a range of subjects, and we started off only in navigation, but now we're offering all the best subjects in the world. So we've got a really long history while being, a modern international university as well.
Okay, that's very good. It's modern and at the same time it's traditional as well because
Yes,
it's
yes,
old.
we
Yeah.
enjoy that. Yeah. Yeah.
So you have mixture of both. That's very good. What subject do you offer for undergraduate and postgraduates?
So in the UK, particularly, Plymouth is ranked for all of our medicine, dentistry, allied health profession courses. So I could say, Plymouth is sort of like this healthcare medicine hub in the southwest region. So those are obviously some of the key subjects that we have, but we also have subjects ranging from art and design and architecture. Some of those courses also are very well ranked in the UK. We do offer a great psychology program. In fact, we're known for psychology as well. Our business school is one of the most popular schools on campus, and the business school teaches everything from tourism and hospitality to shipping and logistics. We have the usual MBA, finance as well. We have all of the ACCA, CIMA courses. And then, of course, we do a lot of the humanities and arts as well. So we do have great programs in like international relations, criminology, and law. So our portfolio, I would say, is quite varied. And especially for the South Asia student market, I think we have really interesting courses, even for students who are looking to study something in conservation, in the environment sciences. Plymouth, again, is a leading university in geography and environment sciences as well. We have featured in the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal rankings as well. So I think we've got something for everyone who wants to study.
Yeah, that's a lot of choice. So yeah, they can pick whatever subject. Yes, I would just to, I'd like to add here, because sometimes students are not sure what subject to pick. They need
Yeah,
more detailed information, things like that. So we work as a direct partner with Playmouth. So if you have any queries or concern, and if you want to discuss in detail, feel free to talk to us. We can provide you full details if you want to know deep down about any course, and then we can always guide you to the university as well. Wilma have been working with us for many years, so she can help us as well if you need any assistance, so don't hesitate if you're not sure which subject to pick, or if you want to know anything in detail. What about the tuition fees, roughly for UG and
and
PG?
PG. Yeah. So we don't have a standard fee anymore. We have a range. So our
Okay.
undergraduate fees start at £17,600, and our postgraduate fees start at 18,150. Now, most of the arts, humanities courses usually will start at the minimum, and most of our science and technology and core engineering courses will be on the higher side. So, for example, most of our tech courses like robotics and cyber in the PG portfolio will cost close to £20,000. And most
Mhm.
of the biomedicine, psychology undergraduate programs also will be a little on the higher side. So these are per year fees. And but we do have a range of scholarships also to kind of
Mhm.
offset our fees for merit students. So they're all merit based scholarships as well.
And how much would be a scholarship for merit
So
based?
we have again three tiers. So one is a basic £1,500 scholarship, which usually most students who meet the requirement will automatically get. So they don't have to apply. They will all automatically get a £1,500 scholarship. Those
Mhm.
who exceed the entry requirement, so for example, if an entry requirement of a course is a 3.3 GPA, and even if they get 3.4, they automatically again get a 3,500 scholarship. And again, it's for undergraduate and postgraduate both. And if it's an undergraduate scholarship, they can get a recurring scholarship in the second year if they continue to perform well. So that's applicable for our higher scholarship as well, which I'm coming to. It's called the Vice Chancellor Scholarship. It's the value of that scholarship is 50% of your course fee. So for undergraduate students, it will be 50% of your first year fee, and for postgraduate students, it'll be 50% of your entire fee. And that scholarship is application based. There are certain prerequisites for it. So the first requirement is that you need to have an offer letter from us. So you need to be a conditional offer holder. The second requirement is that you need to meet our English language requirement. So either via a test, or you can, if you've met our requirement, otherwise that will also work. The profile of the student should be outstanding. So not just academics, but a student should have engaged in some additional, either research or some kind of work experience. So making a difference, basically, over and above academics. So those are the
So,
kind of profiles that we're looking for. And this year, we've got the Great Scholarship, the British Council Great Scholarship for Bangladesh as well. So we will be giving one student, one outstanding student, £10,000 as a scholarship. So we've announced that for September 2025. So technically, we have 4 types of scholarship now.
Okay, no, that's interesting. 10,000, it's a lot, like,
Yeah, yeah.
so, and
Even
the
the
50%
50% is quite a
will
bit.
also
So
good. Yeah, of course, yeah. But they have to meet those condition, as you mentioned. Like,
yes,
yeah. Okay,
yes.
so yeah, that sounds good. So same again. If you like, obviously, as a student, you will probably don't know. Are you eligible for a scholarship or not? So talk to us. We'll assess. So in global, we have many different teams. So we have obviously the counselor team. Then we have compliance team. We have application team. Then interview team. So each team looking after each sections of your application. So application team, like, they will look into your scholarship, they will assess your documents and everything, and then they will forward to the university and apply for the scholarship. It just we follow this protocol just to you know uh, create less hassle for the university, because sometimes we just apply and look for a scholarship, but he's not even eligible, so it makes really difficult for university and for us as well. So we try to maintain this quality, like, so that's good option for a scholarship. uh, Entry requirements, so English, obviously you accept IELTS. What other English option do you have?
So we accept IELTS, we accept password, which is very similar. We also accept PTE, Pearson Test of English, and obviously A level IB is always acceptable. We will start accepting some more tests. In fact, we will announce it this week, which probably will include Duolingo and one other test. So I will share that information with you. We're just waiting for it to be officially announced, but
Yeah,
it adds to
good.
our portfolio now of accepted English requirements, and we're very happy with that. So we have quite a few options for students.
Okay. So you adding Duolingo. That's good news for us. Yeah. And what would be the minimum requirements for English? Like, let's say for IELTS, how much do they need
So for
for you?
undergraduate programs, it's usually 6, except for nursing and some of the other courses, which will require a 7, even at undergraduate level. Some of the most of the postgraduate courses will accept 6.5, so that's the usual, with no less than 5.5 in each band. And obviously, there are certain courses like English literature, English and creative writing. Some of the courses which have extensive writing skills in their portfolio, those courses will definitely require like a 7 and above. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And what about the offer letter turnaround time if we apply? Let's say how many days
So I'm
it
very
takes
happy
from.
to announce that we are all using a great portal right now. So where obviously partners like yourself also have access, students also have an access to it, and obviously staff also have a similar dashboard access. So I think it has greatly influenced our turnaround time for offers. So if it is a straightforward application, so no interviews, no portfolio, just a basic computing business related course probably, those offers are being turned around within 4 to 5 days now.
Okay. Okay. And
Yeah,
and
if
some of
it's
them might take bit longer depending
Yeah,
on
so
the
if
subject.
it has, so the health profession courses like physio, occupational therapy, and so on, they are all interview based. So courses that require interviews obviously go to the faculty, and they will, again, the student is free to book their own interview. So we don't book it for them. So again, that depends on the student's availability. So if they book it soon enough, I think we can turn around that application soon as well.
Okay, that's perfect. And what about the accommodation facilities do you have on campus?
Yes. So, especially I want to mention for undergraduate students, if they choose Plymouth as one of their firm choices on UCAS before the deadline, they get guaranteed on campus accommodation. And we have 2 large blocks, they're called halls of residence, as you know. and they get guaranteed accommodation right in the center of the campus. So, for a young student who's never been to the UK before, to live in the center of the campus, where all the activities are happening, I think that's a great welcoming experience for them. But we have more blocks of residence also right across the university. One great thing I would like to mention is that there is zero travel cost in Plymouth. So despite, whether you're living on campus or off campus, even in the off campus private student accommodation, you are literally roughly maybe say 8 to 10 minutes away from the main campus. So everybody
Mhm.
walks, and there is no cost of actually paying to get on a bus or a train or a cab in Plymouth. And I think everybody really enjoys that. So if you live on campus, that's great. But even if you don't live on main campus, we have blocks of private student accommodation. Some of them are really fancy. They've got all the amenities. They've got supermarkets in the basement, and they're close to the city center as well. And they're relatively, more cost effective than the on-campus accommodation. Some of them. So I think students really enjoy living privately as well.
And how much it will cost them roughly? I know it can vary depending on what room they pick, but obviously,
So on
how much roughly?
campus,
Yeah.
on campus it starts at about 110 pounds per week, and
Okay.
off campus you can go as low as like 80, 85 pounds per week. So that's the
Okay.
range.
Yeah, that's so 110 means 440 or 450, let's say,
Yeah.
in a month. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I
reasonable.
mean, UKVI has set the cost of living for Plymouth as roughly around 1,100 pounds, but honestly, you
Okay.
can live in Plymouth for much, much lower.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm. That's good. And what about any additional facilities like sports or
Yes. Uh,
extracurricular activities?
yes, I must mention it because our university is quite large in student numbers as well and area as well. So we've got like some 15 to 18 buildings totally on campus. Some of them are extremely large facilities. So, like, we have the Marine building, which is dedicated only to marine, maritime, hydrography kind of courses. We've got another really large building that we inaugurated just last year called the Babbage Building, which again is devoted to engineering and design, which has a supersonic wind tunnel. It's got some of really state of the art digital fabrication labs, 3D design studios, and so on. We inaugurated the business school as well recently. Earlier, the business school used to be just a few steps away from campus, but now it's again right in the center of the campus, and it hosts the live like Bloomberg suite. So for students who are into stock market studies, want to do online trading and so on, and of course then we teach robotics and everything. So we've got facilities, we've got humanoid robots in our labs, so students really enjoy that. And for the health profession students, we've got our new building called Intercity Place, and each floor of that building is dedicated to a health profession. So it could be nursing, it could be podiatry, it could be physiotherapy and occupational therapy, rehabilitation. So you name the faculty, and it has got a facility to support. And then we have the Life Center, which is basically a massive sports and recreation center, which has got like this Olympic sized swimming pool. They've got a lot of sports activities there, from rugby to your table tennis and all of these other activities. And obviously, Plymouth, because of its location, a lot of our students tend to do water-based sports as well, like scuba diving and that sort of thing. So I think they really enjoy all these activities as well. And not to forget, we've got our own in-house performance center as well. So for
Mhm.
students doing music, theater, and performance, we've got our own cinema. So they don't really have to go anywhere else to perform. They can do rehearsals in-house. We invite a lot of people from the media and industry also to use our facilities. So it's a great experience for students.
That's a lot. So it must be having a very big university, I guess, because having
It is.
all
It
these.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, it must be very big. Yeah. That's interesting. I feel like doing graduation again.
I'm
It's
sure we
student
can
life.
find something for you to study.
Yeah, and so yeah, no, I think. One more thing was mostly student ask for from Bangladesh. Like, do you accept MOI?
Not really, not at the moment at least, but you never
Okay.
know. We keep changing requirements
Okay.
to kind of meet the demand. So yeah.
And do you have any MRes courses?
We do. So we have MRes and ResM courses, and I just
Okay.
like to point out that so that students are aware that the MRes courses usually tend to be 1 year, so they're not necessarily categorized as research, but the ResMs are proper research programs because they are 2 years minimum, and so we have the ResMs and the PhDs. So ideally, students prefer to apply to the research masters, and most of them are actually in either the medical or health or science and engineering fields. We don't have as many in the business school, for example.
Okay, that's good. So at the moment we are processing for May intake, but September is coming very soon. So this
Yeah.
message for the students: if you think of applying in Plymouth, please talk to us, because this is the right time to apply. Because sometime you decide to apply, but you apply very late. That makes very critical for visa processing and getting a response from the embassy. We have few students that is still waiting. So we always encourage the student to apply early. If you think of applying, even if you don't have IELTS or if you don't have few other things, at least you can talk to us. We can start processing. In the meantime, you can do whatever you need to do. At least you can be in the pipeline. It makes your life easier, so that we can submit your application on time, and then you can be on campus before the enrollment date. Because every intake we find few students, it just they're not sure when to apply. They still keep thinking, and then it makes very difficult for themselves. So we always encourage, you can call us via WhatsApp or direct number. You can also visit our office. We have 3 different branches. Our counselors are very, very welcoming. They are always here. Even after the office, they are very responsive if there is any urgency from the students. We maintain that even with the university, person like Wilma, they will be always there to help us if we need any extra assistance. So feel free to talk to us, visit us. We provide full service, applying, and then visa processing, helping you to set up the bank account, medical test, health insurance, buying plane ticket. And also we support you for the accommodation once you arrive there. And all these are free of charge, so you don't have to worry, or you don't need to hesitate, like, should we talk to Ian or not, because you will get free service. We work as a direct partner with the university, so our revenue comes from the university. So you have nothing to lose. There is no risk. So talk to us. We are always here to help you. Let's see if there is any question, and then it's actually morning time in our country. Some student could be still sleeping. It's
Oh,
Ramadan, yeah.
yes.
Do you accept 3 years pass course?
No, we need 4 years, but if you do have 3 years, you can always apply to our foundation and pathway provider. They're called University of Plymouth International College, and they're on the same campus, so they get the same facilities, same student cards and everything. So it's just an additional semester or two with them. But otherwise, we usually need a 4-year degree.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Student support center.
Yes, there is. In fact, we have three different verticals. One is the Student Immigration Advice Team, which basically will support you from the time you get your CAS to the time you enroll. Then we have the Learning Gateway, which is a more personalized approach to student support. So we have different areas for like personal support, academic support. And as you know, in the UK, usually all students are assigned a supervisor. So usually your supervisor is one of the lecturers from any of your modules, and they are usually your first point of contact. But also there is a lot of other help available. So the students union is also available. Our student ambassadors are a great help to students when, especially in the first few weeks that you reach. And the student hub, which is in the library, and our library is open 24/7. The student hub is basically where all students will go to get any assistance. So it could be anything. I've lost my card. I need to open a bank account. Where are my lectures? Like any question you have, I think the student hub is a great place, and it's right in the center of the campus. So even if you're lost, if you can't find something, I think that's a great place to go. And the third vertical is obviously our career development team, and they obviously will work with you, as you start looking for jobs and as you start looking for placements. So these are three different verticals of student support. And then, of course, my office, the international office, is always there to help students. So, yeah.
You have a
Yes, we
master's.
just spoke. Yeah, we just
Awesome.
spoke about the ResMs, the research masters, and they are usually 2 year programs minimum. It could go up to three as well. Some of them could be 1.5 year as well, depending on the curriculum. But yes, we do have research courses. Yes, we do accept PTE, Pearson Test of English, both for undergraduate and postgraduate. I think 59 to 60 is our minimum range. Is there university interview? I'm assuming this is the
Uh,
precast interview.
because interview.
Yeah, so yes, we do have them, but it's not a compulsory interview for everyone. We have an indicator in your offer letter usually. It's a form that you need to fill, a precast form. And depending on your answers in that form, we will then either go straight to CAS or straight to credibility interview. Yeah, so it's the same question, and these are usually online, so it'll be via Zoom.
Yeah.
So if you're studying a course which already has, like, for example, the ACCA, CIMA accreditations, even psychology has a few of them, then you don't need to do anything because you get certain exemptions. But yes,
Mhm.
definitely, if it fits within how do I say, your timetable and your curriculum sort of timeline, then
Yeah.
definitely our faculty can help you with that. How long is the offer turnaround time? So I mentioned it's about 3 to 5 days if it's a straightforward application. And if it's an interview based one, then it could go up to 2 weeks. Yes, we do. Good question. During September intake, so we have 2 days designated for airport pickups from Heathrow, and this is during orientation week. So that's why we really encourage students to try and make it for orientation week, because then you will get all of these facilities, and we will usually be outside Terminal 2. So whichever terminal you arrive in, you can take the interterminal buses, and it's a very short ride, and you can find us. And September is a time where a lot of universities are at Heathrow, so it's a great vibe as well. And our student ambassadors will be there to get you by coach to Plymouth. Can I do second master's? So I'm assuming you've already done a master's and you want to
Mhm.
come to the UK to do another one, then yes, the answer is yes, you can. I think I've already answered this. We have a radiography related course, but not necessarily ultrasound. but we do have radiology and radiography related undergraduate programs, not masters, unfortunately. The minimum deposit is £3,500 for gas. However, students, I mean, they can pay more than that also if they wish to.
Okay, we'll see. This could be maybe last question or something, or sometime
Sure.
we have technical issues, like, but I'm sure there will be many queries, because we usually see lots of view, and that's why we host this live session. We find it very interactive, from directly from student to the university. So thank you all for watching. I'm sure that you have more questions or queries about this university. So again, I mentioned, like, just talk to us, visit our office. We are always here to help you. Our aim is to support you to get a admission from UK, to build your career, not just only for the business perspective. Like myself, I graduated from Ireland. My other partner, the director Imran, he also graduated from UK. So I've been through all the journey. So it is very, very helpful. We actually started this business with the aim that, why not help students make it very smooth, make it very easy, Thank you all for watching, and thank you so much, Wilma. I know you have been very busy. So what we'll do,
My
maybe
pleasure.
even before September, we'll try to host another session, if there is
Sure.
a, this query, and if there is a necessary. I will talk to you again, and I wish you a safe journey home. I know you're
Thank
flying
you.
today. So,
Yes,
have a
thank
nice time.
you. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having me here. Yeah, and all the best to you.
Take care. Thank you. Bye
All
bye.
right. Bye.